All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. It's a reading with me again, right? Saturday in the weekly reading, we had a lot of strange energy show up, you know. And I did a reading with me on Tuesday, which talked about, I tried to channel in Jupiter, right? Jupiter interacting with the North Node. Now I've got Pluto retrograde I'm trying to bring in. That's interacting with the North Node. And I've done this, of course, all after the Pluto retrograde reading. Pluto retrograde is having semi-6 with the North Node. It's not as hot and heavy as the Neptune one will be later in the month. That's why I'm singling that one out. But this is an important energy. This is an important energy in dealing with the Pluto retrograde. This will help you a lot. Whether it's you or somebody attached to you, I don't know. It feels more on my side, this pre-shuffle, which means it's you. Okay? So let's talk about this, and then we'll see what comes in when we shuffle. On the surface, this energy will, the North Node of Destiny and Pluto retrograde. Pluto retrograde is going to make you nervous. It's going to make you anxious. And when it starts having semi-6, which is basically a dry hump, with, with the North Node of Destiny, all right, and by default the South Node of Karma. Okay, it can get a little crazy. That's 10 wands. That's an escalation. You're worried about being worried, but you don't know what you're worried about. Maybe you're just worried about the unknown. Maybe who knows? It's generating a downright paranoia. There's something that's making you nervous. And because of you're injecting some fear in it and maybe overthinking it with the 10 of Wands crossing the 9 of Swords, you go backwards to the 8 of Swords. All right. Chill. Everything's going to be fine. That's the World. It is the most powerful card I could pull. It's also very auspicious. It's a very upright energy here. This is one of those energies where, again, you're worried. You're either worried about nothing, or whatever it is you're worried about is real, but it's nothing you can't handle, right? You've heard that before, right? All those preachers, who is it? Joel Osteen, the smiling preacher out there telling you God doesn't send you anything you can't handle. It's like his main message. It's all I ever hear from him. He's right. I mean, I deal with energy, whether you say it's God, energy, or Yugovan, it doesn't matter. None of them send you anything you can't handle. It would defeat the purpose of your reason for being here. So don't worry about it. Don't worry. Be happy. Right? You want proof of that? I mean, I know it sounds like hocus pocus. Steve, it's not that. It is. Everything here, look at nature. All right? There's your example. Everything here on this planet has a purpose. That's why the universe is so, or the energy, the fickle old gal is so pissed at human beings, because we're responsible for a lot of things going extinct because of our resource getting and all kinds of bullshit, cutting down forests and all that sort of shit. Every blade of grass has a fucking purpose, has a reason for being here. Every species of animal has a reason for being here, right? We should be a lot more panicked than we are that the bees are disappearing. We should be very panicked. We should be very afraid. Okay? That being said, you're here for a purpose. Sending you things that you can't handle would be defeating the purpose. All right. Let's see where we go. Now, you might say, well, you said cutting down the rainforest, that's going to put things extinct and screw things up. Yeah. Can't those animals handle what they're being sent? That is a free will decision by human beings to do that. They can't control that. We don't control free will. So I'll just head that smart-ass comment off right at the pass, because somebody will tweet it who thinks they're a fucking super genius, right? Well, why can't the little animals handle, right? Why can't the bees handle what they're being sent? Right. Human beings made free will decisions that affected that. That's different. There's no human beings making free will decisions here. This is a higher power. That's the world. That's 5D. Okay? It's not sending you anything you can't handle. Human free will decisions cause all kinds of problems. I tell you, all kinds. I could do a whole channel on it. All right? Let's see where we go. Right here. So yeah, God, source, the universe, Yugovan, whatever energy, whatever you want to call it, doesn't send you anything you can't handle. Human free will decisions will send you all sorts of shit you can't handle. All right? Keep that in mind. All right, here we go. Card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? Now let's see if anybody comes in for you. I did have Beyond the World. I did have a lover's card and things like that, but it was so far back. I didn't, I thought that the universe probably, the energy probably thinks that the main message for you was what I gave you. All right. So whatever it is, it probably ties to this week's energy weather update. Whatever that thing is you've been ignoring that's coming back and dropping a tower on your head, it's nothing you can't handle. Right there you go. You got the World card behind you. It's beautiful. All right, let's see where we go. So let's see why the fuck we're here for this reading. Oh, Jesus. All right, here we go. I've been doing this channel a long time. I can head off the comments long before. I mean, as soon as the words come out of my mouth, I just have this picture in my head of some guy in a trailer in his shorts with a Schlitz beer. Oh, this guy missed this point. Well, why can't the little bees handle the, oh my God. I can already see it. There you go. It's a 5 of Wands. That's why we're here. I already know what's going to happen. That's why I headed off. It's different if the universe is sending it to you than if a human being made a free will decision. Right? 5 of Wands. Somebody got a beef with you. Somebody is all that thinking, all that shit that we were the 9 of Swords crossed by the 10 of Wands that we were talking about in the pre-shuffle. That goes all the way back to the 8 of Wands or 8 of Swords because they're fucking moon scared, freaked out, don't know what to do. Somebody here is making mountains out of molehills. They got a beef with you. All right, good. I like readings where somebody has a beef with you. I love it. I like beef. So I mean, it's nice. Justice. What did I say? I don't know why I'm your second. I have no fucking idea. I know you don't like what I say sometimes. I'm sorry. The truth is never popular. Logic, actually I should say, because truth, the logic is never popular, right? Nobody likes logic. Most of the shit that people have that they're freaky deaky about with their conspiracy theories and stuff, if you put real math and real logic to it, it gets shot down fast. But they don't want to hear it. They put their head in the sand, right? I said somebody got a beef with you and they're coming to straighten it. Here we go. Somebody wants justice. Somebody feels like you wronged them. Okay. Cool. Good. Like I said, I like beef. Let's pull this reading then. But it's overkill. 5 of Wands, the weakest energy as it reflects back to me, right? Followed by justice. Really? Really? I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's overkill. We'll just leave it there. All right. Let's see where we go. Fucking hell, I can't even get that. It probably just wants to stay. Fine, you could stay. All right, here we go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. Whenever you find this, you're meant to find it. You're all moving at different speeds on your timelines. You've all made different free will decisions throughout your life that have put you at various places, right? If I say, follow me down the freeway, and I stay on the freeway, but you veer off, oh, look at that pretty tree, and you veer off for a while, I'm going to be pretty far ahead of you. You're going to have some catching up to do, right? Well, there you go. That's life. There's a whole bunch of people on the freeway, and some people get distracted by shiny objects. And they fall behind a little bit. It's a simple explanation. It's far more complicated than that, the reality. But it's a simple explanation that does the trick. All you got to picture is a freeway. You told somebody to follow you. And what they do, they got off on exit 7 because they saw a pretty tree. Right? And then you just keep going. You're like 9 miles ahead of them. They got some catching up to do. The problem is when the DMs do that, they're driving a 74 Pinto. The DFs are in a brand new BMW. They're making good time. The 74 Pinto's chugging along, barely trying to not catch fire. So, anyway, that's what I mean by you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. The bottom of the deck is the 5 swords. That is the overall energy of this reading. 5 motherfucking swords of stabbing somebody in the foot. Somebody here is working against what they really want. This motherfucker, probably a soulmate. I don't know who it is. It could be a runner. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. I don't know. This motherfucker, I'm going to call them that, and without love, it actually does not want justice from you. All this justice they're coming is defeating the purpose of what they really want. So if somebody really wants to bang you, to be in a relationship with you, to love you and hold you forever, they're working against that. They're doing the exact opposite of what would make that happen. Okay? Well, why would you be getting this reading? Maybe so you can have some sympathy for it, or maybe not penalize them too much. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't getting this reading, well, it might be over. Maybe it's not supposed to be over, and that's why I'm here giving you this reading. The universe has been using me as a conduit since I was a little kid. It's possible. For a couple of you, it is entirely possible. So chill. Laugh at that, right? So you want to bang me, but you're going to call me ugly and a motherfucker. Really? Is that something you think makes sense? Go ahead and hit him with that logic. Go ahead and come back with, so you're into me, but you also have just insulted me. So what are you trying to accomplish here exactly? 5 swords. All right, here we go. Let's pull a pyramid. We're going to clarify with the light seer. I feel the light seer today. Oh, look at the King of Cups. Somebody holding on to feelings, refusing to admit how they feel. Oh, I just love it. I love it. All right. Oh, and by the way, you want proof? I didn't know what was under this. I just looked when I took it off to put it here. You want proof? Again, second favorite. It fucking blows my mind. I don't know. For my friends, I got my friends, they email me all the time and say, you're my first favorite, Steve, believe me. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Anyway, I don't really care. I'm just fucking with you. It's just a joke line, like Burger King. You know, 5 swords, underneath it 2 cups. What did I say? They're acting at cross purposes of what they want. They want to bang you. They tell you you're fucking ugly. How is that going to get my pants off? How? Right? Okay. It is what it is. This is a powerful soulmate. I got it. It's proof right there. We did have the Lovers, a couple of cards behind the World in the pre-shuffle. I didn't show it to you, but it was there. All right? All right, let's go. We're going to do a pyramid. Here's how they really feel. Notice I said really. Keep in mind, they're coming to tell you, they're coming to get justice, overkill. What they really want is that. The net result is that, a false victory. Someone stabbing themselves in the foot. Self-sabotage. Sabotaging something that they don't want to sabotage, but they sabotage it. Why? Probably because they're an emotionally stingy motherfucker. Okay? Or petty. The King of Cups can be very petty. It can be. It can be in certain contexts. With a 5 of Swords, certainly. Here's how they really feel. Here's what they think of you. Here's the potential final outcome at the bottom. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. I'll clarify whatever I fucking think needs clarifying. I'll throw some universe cards at the end. And you bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. I think it's important. I think you got a message in the beginning that's very important. And it ties nicely to this, but it may tie to other things in your life as well. So pay attention to the energy weather update from earlier in the week. All my readings linked together. I'm giving you something real here. I'm doing my offline readings, what I would normally do in following the river of energy. I'm just doing it in front of a camera. That's all. I'm letting people watch. I had no idea so many would be watching. I still don't have any idea. I can't believe it. But anyway, whatever. Howard Stern doing tarot readings. Who'd have thunk it? 3 of Pentacles. This is their problem. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this, and I'm going to trigger somebody. I know I am. And the King of Wands, the ego. Yep. Look, it's everything I have fucking said to you. They want that. They behave poorly, and they get that. But this is the why of it. It's their ego. They got to feel like they're on top, that they got to feel like that they dominate you in some way, that they're in charge, that they're a big person. I suspect this is a tiny person. They feel that they're tiny inside, so they overkill on the outside. Everything is overkill with people like this. I mean, it's terrible. I talked about it, I think, in the February monthly write-up, February 2026. I think I talked about it. It's not a good trait. It's not. It doesn't make any friends, that's for sure. This person here, same thing. They're not making any friends. This devil energy right here is what causes it. This is past issues not dealt with. This person's got a lot of emotional baggage. They got some issues. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to leave it there. I don't want to trigger too many people. But this is an abandonment issue on crack. This is a parent who diminished the child. Sometimes this can happen. These frequencies of devil, there's about 3 frequencies here. And it always results in this. It always results in people living a life to impress other people. Ego. Somebody feels like they need to dominate you. Okay? So they're coming to get their justice for something that made them, that maybe they just perceive you did, that made them feel small. And again, it's a purposes with what they really want. They want that, they get that, and it's because of that. It's because of some issue. Parents disparaging them as a child is very common, like I said. Mom and dad call them a loser. So it could be something like that. It could be a lot of things, I mean, it's just, I'm not going to trigger too many people with that, but that definitely is somebody who's, again, compensating. This is the reason for the Five of Swords. Okay, so how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you right now? You've hurt their ego with something. It's so minor, it's stupid. The justice they're coming to seek is overkill. I feel this energy coming towards you. I do. I feel like if you didn't know this in advance, this connection would be over, and I don't think it's supposed to be over because that's there. I don't think it's supposed to be. So you getting this information is probably pretty important, okay? What do they think about you? Let's go 3D here. This is 5D kind of stuff. This is going to take a therapist years to unravel. Keep that in mind with this person if you're in a relationship with them. You're going to have to, in a relationship with somebody like this, if this is a love thing, you've got to make them feel wonder. You got to compliment them a lot. Even if they're shitty at doing things, you say, oh, wow, it was a nice try. You were really good at it, I could tell. That kind of a thing. I mean, you take them fishing, they cast in the tree every time. You are really good at fishing. I mean, I'm telling you, a little practice, and you'll catch 2 trees at once. I mean, it is a bit of that. All right. They're tough to be in a relationship with because you got to coddle the shit out of their ego. Right? You got to stroke it, and unfortunately, that ego is a cobra. It's a poisonous snake. So even the more you stroke their ego, the more they want to bite you because they know deep down, usually people like this aren't stupid, which is why this affects them. So they know deep down that you're just fucking doing it to coddle them. So they get mad. Eventually, at some point, they bite you. Somebody coming to bite you right now. Okay? For something very small, 5 of Wands. Justice, really. I mean, that's a big spread on those 2 energies there. What do they think about you? Okay? 2 of Swords. Well, this is a peace. They want to resolve an issue. They want a truce. Okay, that's what they think. They think. Well, they may think you're at cross purpose. I got to see what's here because there's 2 energies here. I gave you one. The 9 of Cups. Yeah. This person, when they think about you, you make them. There's a lot of frustration here. I usually get frustration with the 2 of Pentacles, but I'm getting it here. And here's why. I think when this person thinks about you, all they can think about is what they did. No, that's not it. All they can think about is you. I can't find the words. It's this whole everything. It seems like you get your 9 of Cups. It seems like you're more together than they are in that bottle. You are. You're more together than they are. I mean, roles can be reversed here, but I'm pretty good at reading the incoming energies. You're more together than this person. They see that, and when they think about it, it really frustrates them. It really hurts them. It makes them want to impress you. We get that a lot in the soulmate cycle. Before you say, oh, you've said that before. Yeah, of course I've said it before. It's a soulmate cycle. It's a cycle. It comes around and around and around and around. What does somebody do when they feel like, when they feel like this, when they feel frustrated, they feel like you're more together than they are. They want to impress you and show you how together they are. So I don't, but this person here this time is fucking up royally. We'll see what happens when we clarify. What's the potential final outcome from my viewers, for you guys? It's red with the devil. It's not encouraging, but I like what it is. I took a peek. It's a high priestess. That's interesting. The only 2 major arcanas on the table are red together. One ties to them and one ties to your final outcome. Okay? And your final outcome ties to their devil. You need to keep it. This person's coming in to reach out. You need to keep quiet. You need to keep their secret. This devil is their secret. You know why they're coming in. You're getting this reading. You know why this person's showing up. And this could be anybody you have a soul connection with. I feel like it's a powerful connection. But this may be somebody you see every day. This might be somebody you're in a relationship with right now, although you don't notice these traits. But It doesn't have to be a runner. It's just with the Five of Wands there and justice. Somebody's getting justice for something stupid. This could be somebody at work that you have a soul connection with. You're unaware you have a soul connection with them, and they come up and start bitching at you about a pen they never got back that they gave you. That's how fucking stupid that is. This person wants you. There's a lot of lovey-dovey here. I had the Lovers behind the World in the pre-shuffle, which I regret not showing you, but it was there. And I got 2 cups here, which backs up exactly what I said around this 5 swords. This person wants you. As a great example, they come up to you at work, 5 of Wands, bitching at you about a pen they never got back that they lent you, and yelling at you, and it escalates. It goes into how ugly you are, how fucking shitty you are, and I think you smell funny, and I hate the coffee that you make, and I hate it. It escalates and escalates. That's this person getting their perceived justice, which is that. It's a false victory. It's something they'll regret later. We often say this is bittersweet. You regret it later. You think about it. You all, why did I say they smelled bad? No. Now they'll never take their clothes off in front of me, right? You can't tell somebody that. I mean, they're going to always be thinking, do I smell bad? Do I whatever? It's going to ruin the whole thing. I mean, it's just this person's just self-sabotaging it. You know that. You got to keep it quiet. You don't want to call them on it too much. You can confront them with logic, but don't call them on the devil. We're going to pull on the devil right now. Again, it's somebody very petty. I mean, this really could. You don't want to take me literally. You just want to catch. These fell on the floor, and they fell just like that. I'm coming, just literally bent over and picked them up. And I got 9 cups at the bottom. That's 9 cups. Okay, you don't want to take me literally. But this could be about a pen. So I got a devil on top of a devil, a double devil. So this definitely ties with the energy weather update. We had a triple devil in that reading, right? We had one at the beginning, and the Lovers reversed. Yeah. This is self-sabotage of the highest order. Magnitude 10. This is a big deal. Well, it's not surprising. Didn't I put magnitude 10 in the title of Pluto retrograde? Didn't I? Of the Pluto retrograde reading? This is Pluto retrograde interacting with the North Node. This is what it's doing. It's just a moment in time. It's a bubble. It's over Pluto's a slow-moving planet, so it'll happen over the course of a week. Kind of a thing, where the energy will be peaking. But you're all moving at different speeds on your timelines. I'm just going to say this. You might want to keep quiet. This person's fucked up. You don't smell bad. No matter what they say about you that's negative, none of it is true. I don't care what they say. I don't care. It's not true. They don't believe it. In fact, as the words, I see it here. I see it right here. They're not making the decisions. The decisions are made by this devil energy, by the hang-ups, by the problems, by these 3, it feels like about 3 frequencies, it usually is, of devil energies. And they mix together to form a recipe of shit. And these cards fell on the floor, just like this. I showed it to you. I showed you as I picked them up. I left it. I left this one unturned, etc. That's how they fell, exactly as you saw it. They're not making the choices. So as the words come out, as they're saying, you smell, you fucking stink, right? As they're saying that, they're like, why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? But all the while, the thing is with these frequencies, so someone else is making the decision, not them, it's the devil. All the while, there's an environmental energy of 9 cups, which means this is a devil energy that in the moment, you regret it later. In the moment, it makes you feel good to just stab something to death, to just kill it, to just tell someone you want to bang, that you love, that they stink and they're ugly. In that moment, you feel good. But at the same time, you're like, why did I say that? And then later, it hits you that you fucked up, which is why you should not call them on it. Later, it will hit them that they fucked up, and they may return with an apology. We may see that when we clarify this. I don't know. I have no idea. But I will say I am definite on what I just said. Okay? So keep that in mind. So yeah, right there. Here it is, playing out. Because we have 9 cups here, we need to skip right to 9 cups. So yeah, this person's got some issues. Abso-smurfly. And if I get the Smurfs involved, it's a big deal. Always. Let's see where we go. double devil, and a lover's reversed. They have no choice. It's not even them talking. Imagine them talking in tongues, as they say, right? You need to call an exorcist when this person goes off on you for those 5 wands. You literally should. They're possessed by 5D energies. Well, or by 3 frequencies of devil energy. It's calling the shots. And it's making them feel good for saying it. Therapists spend months with these 3 frequencies of energies. I've talked to a lot of therapists. Long before I did this channel, I used to talk to a lot of them, but I've talked to a ton of them while I'm doing this channel. We got a shit ton that watch. You know, and I help out with human nature a little bit, I guess. Helps them diagnose people. These 3 frequencies right here, oh my God. You know what the secret is to this? It's sort of like the final outcome. You got to placate these energies. You got to let them happen and then let the apology happen later. It's only in the bittersweet moment where you could say, now let's talk about what you said. That's where these are down. Think of the Hulk, right? It's only when he's not the Hulk that you could talk to him. When he's the Hulk, just, get the fuck out the way, All right? 9 cups. I hear you. 9 cups. We have to pull on it because it was crossing here. Right, so they think about you. It makes them happy. I get that. But there's more to this, and I really wanted to pull on this. So let's see. Give me a minute. Nothing's flying out. That's good. It can also be the everybody gets a trophy thing when after everybody gets a trophy, they go into life, they go into adulthood, and that bubble gets popped by the real world. In the real world, you don't always get the job, you don't always get the girl or the guy, and you don't always win. You don't always get a trophy. And that can call in these energies. There's a state of depression that they get in because of that when the bubble pops. And it brings this devil right to them. Those 3 frequencies of energy, that little recipe. 9 cups. Why is it here? 5 of Pentacles. Here we go. It is what it is. It's what I said a little bit. Okay, you make them feel bad about themselves. You do. So what makes them? So the 9 of Cups is here. They see you thriving. Let's say you make them feel bad about themselves. I'm not thriving. So how do they thrive? You add the 9 cups crossing here. They thrive by telling you and your fucking 9 cups that you smell bad. Fuck off, Steve's viewer. Right? That's what makes them feel good. Because when they think about you, they feel bad. Why? Because you don't have these 3 frequencies around you. You're not like that. Right? You're not trying to whatever. Which is why I say also another way people handle this is something that's come up in these readings a lot. They try to impress you with something. Again, it's an ego play. It's when you're all ego, you got a lot of bubbles that get created. I got a great job. I make 10 bajillion a year. I'm the CEO of a blah, blah, blah. I see all these people online making themselves CEOs of things, and I'm a CEO. Well, I know from watching Asian television, all you got to be is an emotionally distant CEO, and you can pretty much bang your way through the country if I'm to go by their TV shows. But at the end of the day, love CEOs over there. I don't know what the fucking deal is. But my wife watches it. Anyway, I just watch along. I need the fucking subtitles. Anyway, at the end of the day here, I have no idea. But you create, when you live by the ego, you create a lot of little bubbles. And the real world has a way of popping those bubbles. When you run into, if you're all fake and you run into someone real, that can be very disheartening. That can be a big, big, big depression. That could be all your bubbles popping at once, which can send you way down a fucking hole. A hole you may never get out of. All right? What's on top? What did I say? What have I been saying? You know we didn't look at this. What have I been saying? This is you. Here you are. Look how great you are. You're in the woods on a fucking Thursday with a robe and sticks in your hair. You don't even need a job. What the fuck are you doing? Right? Look at you. You make them feel bad because you're awesome. It doesn't even matter what this card is, but we'll pull it. The Ace of Wands. It puts a fire in their belly. It makes them mad. Ace of Wands is passion, yeah, but that passion, when I got this in context, it fires them up. Well, I want to feel 9 cups. I don't want to feel like that 5 pentacles. Fuck it. I'm going to tell them they stink. All right? See what I'm saying? You follow? It's a pretty simple reading. My analogies are pretty simple here. All right? But the psychology is good. You'll meet, even if this is future influence for you, you'll meet people like this in your life. You will at some point, or you'll work with them. Anytime a little fucker makes a big deal about a pen they lent you, you know you're dealing with this. Okay? So just wait. You don't fuck with the Hulk when he's the Hulk. You fuck with the Hulk later when he's the regular guy. Carefully. Because he can turn back into the Hulk, right? You don't want to tie him up and start poking him with a kitchen knife. That's not going to turn him back into the Hulk. All right? So carefully deal with them later. So zip it. Let's go. High Priestess. Final outcome for my viewers. Why is it here? I like this reading. This is about what I was going to say it's about what I expected, but it's not really. I knew they were going. I didn't think that a psych problem was going to show up here. I didn't think so. Double devil I was not expecting. All right, here we go. This reading will probably, I don't know. This reading will apply to pretty much everybody watching, because at some point you're going to run into somebody like this. You need this information because most people handle people like this wrong. The little fucker in my, don't take me literally, just catch my drift, in my analogy, that comes over and bitches at you about the pen they lent and yells at you, and then it escalates into them calling you stinky and an asshole. Usually most people will then come back and start insulting them. Or worse, throwing them out a window, right? Or down the stairs. One or the other, you know. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Don't confront the Hulk when it's the Hulk. Get it later when it regrets what it said. It's regretting it as the word. This person's regretting what they're saying as the words are coming out of their mouth. It's just there's this 9 of Cups here. It's making them feel good. There's a release of, well, we could take it and say there's a release of dopamine. It just makes them feel good. It's like a smoker. They know it's bad for them while they're taking the hit, but that release of dopamine makes them not care. In that moment, they don't care that it's not good for them, right? Later, after the dopamine wears off, they regret it, you know. But then there's the craving to have another one, and they're like, well, I can have another one, and then I won't care that it's bad for you, right? So it is what it is. It's that. These are the same 3 frequencies of energies that make people smoke. If you're a smoker, you've got these around you. I'm an ex-smoker, I know. An ex-smoker and an energy reader. I know exactly what these energies are. I'm very familiar with them. They work in many different ways. The same frequency or frequency mix of energies can play out 1,000 different ways. They play many different roles. The High Priestess. Why is it here? Fuck my ass. I don't want to shuffle all this. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It was cross. It's here. We talked about it. We just got done talking about it. You make them feel good. So if they got to, you make them feel good insulting you because you make them feel left out. The 5 of Pentacles there, right? 9 cups. Crossing the High Priestess. It's back again. We cannot escape it. It's crossing. These are red with these are red with these. This is crossing here and here. All right. It's very simple. It's a very simple read. I've already read the energy for you. Just let them have. Don't fuck with the Hulk while they're a Hulk. Let them make themselves feel good. All right. It may drive you a little crazy though. You may not like hearing that you stink. I can dig it. You know, especially if you don't. I mean, if you actually do, then that's fine. You know, to accept it. But the Tower. See what I'm saying? It's red with the devil. It's all coming down on your head. This person is going to show up. 5 of fucking Wands is why we're here. Followed by, after the cut, Justice. I mean, that is overkill. Those 2 cards are so different. Okay? That is a moped in power. A moped. Remember the little moped bikes? The power of that. Fuck it. It's a lawnmower compared to a Lamborghini in engine power. Those 2 cards. Justice is the Lamborghini. In that little analogy, this person is going to dump everything that's ever gone wrong for them. It's your fault. Why? Because they thought about you, and it jammed them up because it made them feel 5 of Pentacles left out. To see that you're happy, to see that you're doing good, to see that you're sitting in the woods with sticks in your hair. Fuck you, Steve's viewer. Right? It's going to fall on your head. However, for you, this is your final outcome. I'll flip the energy. This is an opportunity for you. If you play your cards right, every pun intended, and do what I said. Don't poke the Hulk while they're the Hulk. Get them later. This person will call you back and apologize, or they'll come over and apologize the next day if it's the pen fucker at work, right? I wish I could title this reading, you know, a reading with me, exclamation point, dash, the pen fucker, right? Let's just have that be our little secret title for this reading, all right? I can't put it in the title, the AI already hates me. Here on YouTube, it fucking hates me to death. It's like, it has written me and said, we don't like you. Okay. It's dangerous to have non-humans running. It really is. It's like, there's no gray area there, you know. Why is the tower here? The Four of Swords. What did I say? Healing. You know, I already read it. It's healing. But it's also a void. It's doing nothing. You have a chance to heal this, right, if you play your cards right. The cards are to do nothing. Let them dump it on you. Don't poke the Hulk while it's the Hulk, and fucking deal with it later when they're not, when they come back and apologize to you. Let them get their rocks off. In fact, dare I say, if you don't let this bother you, it might, you know, just do nothing. Just sit there and relax. It might bring you some peace a little bit. You need to take control here. You got a little tiny King of Wands trying to take control. You're the one in control here. You're the one who can bring the stability here. It's going to be hard to zip your lip when somebody's yelling at you and saying you're fucking stinky. I get it. But let them, you know, on some level, try to, everything that happens to you can be viewed from many different angles. Most people, which I always tell you not to be like, can only see about 2 or 3 angles on things. That's why they panic and they freak out. And, oh my God, what are we going to do? You know, they fall for shit, whatever it is. Try to look. Everything has actually thousands of angles you can look at it. Everybody's a little bit varied, but try to stretch your ability to see things to 12 angles, like the way we divide the cycles up here, right? The way the zodiac divides the energies up. 12. Try to see 12 angles on things. Because I promise you, one of those angles is funny as fuck. It's a sense of humor. It will, and I think that angle is to look at it as you've wanted to hear from this person. You are. You're getting a wish fulfilled. Focus on that. And don't worry about what the Hulk is saying. Okay? They're going to regret it later. And they will apologize. And that's when you can talk to them. In the energy of the bittersweet is where your resolve lives. Okay? It's where your resolve lives. Let's go. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. Let's see where we go. I figured you'd show up here for sure. You did. You always show up as Queen of Pentacles or Empress in my readings. That's a thing. That's good. I mean, that tells me the crowd that I've got here. Right? It is what it is. That's good. I didn't get the stupid ones. I got the smart ones. I like that. Let somebody else have the stupid. I ain't got time for stupid. Oh, fucking hell. This is a very smart energy. If you're reflecting as Queen of Pentacles, you have, even if you're like, Steve, I'm an idiot. Oh, okay, well, first of all, stop saying that about yourself. If you're reflecting as Queen of Pentacles, okay, you've got some great potential there. All right, you got high potential for sure. Just stop thinking you're an idiot, and that would be a good start. Stop feeling you're an idiot, and that would be a good start. All right. And if other people around you are telling you you're an idiot, that's going to invite these energies in. You need to put a stop to that. How? You block it. You say stop it. You tell with feeling. Right? Like a singer singing their hit romantic song. You say it with feeling. Stop it! Right? Like that. You don't want that energy around you. You can say it out loud. Say it out loud in a public place. Who cares what other people think? Right? I've done it many times. I've just randomly said stop it. Half of West Los Angeles thinks I have Tourette's syndrome. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. 10 wands, a moon, cards from the pre-shuffle came back. Everything's going to be fine. It's a final message to you. Listen to this is back on you now. The pre-shuffle was about you. Whatever it is that came up in the energy weather update earlier this week, it's fine. It's nothing you can't handle. Don't get in your head about it. All right? Just let the energy flow. And I will show you here underneath this is a King of Cups There's the Three of Cups. There's the Four of Swords of healing. And there's the Lovers. It got moved. It was a little closer to the world during the pre-shuffle, but I assumed it was still close by. You're entering into a period where you have the ability, it's just a message, a side message, if I may, for you. You're entering into a period, because this is all for you, this is your final message. You're entering into a period where you have healing abilities. Just your presence, people find healing. It is what it is. I don't know. You make people feel safe. It could be that. I have that type of energy around me. It's usually an Archangel Michael type of energy, but in this case here, it's more organic than that. It's really strange. It's just your emotions. Have the ability. People are near you. They feel like everything's going to be okay, right? Anytime, in my life, anytime somebody gets into an accident or goes to the hospital or something like that, even if it's a friend of a friend, it's somebody I've never even met, got into an accident. I'm like the first or second person called. They want me down there. I don't know why. I don't know what they think. I'm not fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't fucking know. But that's the type of people feel safer. They feel more relaxed around my energy. You're going to have that here, but it's more organic than even what I have. This is very nice. I like it. It's also more temporary, but at the same time, use it to your advantage. It will attract, it may attract a new love. It might. It makes you a very powerful manifester. We'll look under the Lovers. Okay, it does with the star there. Okay, so I put them in the wrong order. Whatever. Take it how you want to take it. That's your reading. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I do. I think it'll be very interesting. I'll open by pulling on you, and we'll pull some side reads here and see where we go. This energy is once in a lifetime energy. It's definitely it's a one-off. That's why it's a reading with me. It's Pluto retrograde, having semi-sextile in the North Node. This is how it's playing out. It's a moment in time. It's a moment in your life. Don't miss it. Be there for it, and try to see the humor in it as someone's telling you you stink because you didn't give them their pen back. All right, there you go. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.